What's up, all of my wonderful reflections of perfection, seen in a different perception? If y'all are surprised to see a second video from me in 1 week, guess what? So am I. I am too. Like, it's completely random, but it's something that I felt like I have to say. I gotta get it off my chest for my own peace. Like, that's just me, you know. But before I get started, I just want to point out, like, look how long my hair got. Like, y'all that's been there for the beginning, like in my old videos, y'all know how short my hair was. It's past my eyebrows now. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Anyways, so back to what I actually did this video for. I'm seeing more and more of this whole white people aren't natural and they're fake and artificial and just all kind of anyways. So first I want to point out that, like, we all know that we're all made up of mostly water, and that Earth is made up of mostly water, right? Water is an inorganic substance. It's not natural either. The same water that makes up most of our body and the planet that we live on is defined as inorganic, which is not a bad thing. And I feel like I have to say that because, like, I've talked about this and people chose to take this in a negative way, knowing that there's a positive way to see it. But because water is inorganic, it creates life. Like, that's why it's so important. Like, if water was not inorganic, there would be no life. Like, the two have to form that bond that creates a reaction that gives life. And go look this stuff up, because I don't debate with nobody. Debate about what? Like, what you believe, that's on you. It's gonna happen to you in your own little world. So, like, there's no need for me to debate about anything. Like, go look it up. Y'all look up everything else. Be the wrong shit, but y'all look up everything else. Go look it up. Water is an inorganic substance, and because it creates life. That's why it's important. So we're all made up mostly of water, which makes us inorganic. 2, just like our reflections. Like, it's so simple, you guys. It's so simple. It really is. What you believe is what you receive. What you believe is what you receive. It's that simple. Like, you are God, and what God says is so. That's why what you believe is what you receive. So, how is it that something that needs God's belief in it to exist can come and invade where God is at and take over it? I need y'all to explain that to me. How does that work? Like, this, like, I need y'all to take a step back from all of this, and especially social media, and really start off with like really finding out what the fuck God means. Because, like, y'all it's like y'all think of God like an animal. like the idea of y'all God is like an animal, not of God. Like, I'm not sure, like, any other way to say this. What you believe is what you receive, because you're God. And it takes your belief in whatever thought or idea is in your head. It takes your belief in that, just like with water, is made up of the two molecules. Like everything outside of us is a representation of what goes on within. The two form, like your belief that's held in your heart, and what you think of it in your mind. Like they create this reaction, and this reaction is how you're able to see it in front of you. And without that, you're not going to see it. If you don't believe that, whatever it is exists, and if you can't see yourself with it in its existence, then you're not going to see it outside of you. So understand that what y'all think about other races, about white people, you're putting your power of God onto these beings that exist because you believe them. They exist in that way because you believe in them that way. Like that's you putting your energy into them for them to be who it is that you believe them to be. In another sense that y'all would probably better understand, you're casting spells on them. They're stuck under your spell because you put your power of belief on them for them to be who you believe that they are. Like, let that sink in. What you believe about people is what make them that way towards you. So to make life more simple, to make everything more easier, treat people how you want to be treated. It's so simple. It's so simple. Treat people how you want to be treated because they are a reflection of you. Like, how they exist in your world is because of what you believe of them. So if these people in your world aren't treating you the way that you feel that you should be treated, it's because you believe these horrendous ideas about them. Change how you feel. Remember that you're God, and that the reason that they're there in your existence is because you created them. You believed in them to be there. You brought them there. And what's the point of manifesting these people, creating these people that does not serve you? I'm not getting that. Like, y'all really need to understand what it means. And let go of this stuff that y'all researching to prove y'all point. Like, even though the point is wrong, like, it don't matter if the point is wrong or right. If you're looking something up with the intention of proving it, you're going to find things to prove it. You like that's how it works. That's how our mind works. It's a representation of how our everything outside of us first exists within. And it's outside of us for us to see it. But it literally lives within you first before it can be outside of you. So if it's there in a way that's unpleasant to you, you have to change the way that you feel about it, what you think about it, because it's on you. You're the reason why it's unpleasant, because of your beliefs. It's nobody but you. It ain't no government, ain't no bots, none of that. Like when you believe in things like that, you're putting your energy into these people to be that way. You're putting your energy into these people to literally be what you think of them. And like, I had the perfect example. This guy on my Instagram called me a damn agent. Because what I was saying to him, the advice I was given to him, did not fit his narrative the way that he believed it to be. He truly, wholeheartedly believed me to be an agent, and like that's literally how he saw me. That's how it works. Even though like what I told him was probably more helpful than anything anybody ever told him, but he didn't accept it. He didn't accept it in a positive light because it didn't fit his narrative. So he accepted it as something negative. And it's stuff like that that we do to ourselves to hold us back. Like I be seeing y'all talking about we can't tap into our DNA 100% because the government and blah, blah. No. Boo. Remember, you're God. And what you say is so. So if you tell yourself that you cannot tap into your full potential, guess what? You're not going to. Why would you tell yourself that? Why do y'all tell yourselves that there's possibilities that for spiritual attacks and soul snatching why do y'all tell yourself these crazy ideas? Why do y'all do that? Like, you're manifesting all of this crazy stuff to you. Like, people with schizophrenia who hallucinate and they see things. Like, seeing demons and spiritual attacks, it's the same thing. And it's because you believe in it. Just like them, they believe they're seeing this stuff, so they're going to keep seeing this stuff and experiencing it. Y'all believe that y'all believe in all of this negative stuff and its possibilities of harming you and spreading this information. Y'all are spreading this fear, these toxic ideas. For what? Why do y'all believe that? Just like with Christians, like, why do you believe that you were created to possibly go to hell and burn there for eternity? Do y'all know how long eternity is? It don't stop. Why is that a belief that's necessary for you? How does that belief serve you any good? It does not. You live in fear. Same with y'all. Y'all live in fear and paranoia that government agents are watching y'all and that it's people trying to drain your energy, spiritual attacks, or somebody's trying to snatch your soul. How can they do that in your God? Do y'all know what God is? Like, y'all are doing this to yourself because you know who you are and you're still choosing these poisonous beliefs to spread, teach, and live by. And think that y'all get, like, y'all are literally manifesting your own issues. Literally. Like, look out into the world. These wars and shit. Y'all did a great job. Because it just had to be, right? It had to be because that's what you believe. Like, understand the effect that your beliefs and you acting in them beliefs affects the world. Is that how a God would act? Like, for real, like, be honest with yourselves. And like, that's the issue. Y'all not honest with yourselves. Y'all just want to fit in. Y'all just want to fit in. Y'all not honest. And it's sad. Like, that's one thing about me. Like, I've never been able to put my beliefs into things like that. And I grew up in church my entire life, and I did not believe in that idea. Like it did not make sense to me. And I'm not going to sit there and lie to I don't like being lied to by anyone. I'm not going to lie to myself. It don't make sense. The way that it was taught does not make sense. Just like when I first stepped into spirituality, yeah, I was on that little bandwagon. You know, I was believing all of that stuff. And then I had to be honest with myself, like, what is this whole idea of war in the world blowing up when we're God? And for this stuff to exist, we have to believe it. And I'm like, I don't want to believe in that. Like, I know that there's a better way of doing it. Like, it does not have to be that way because I'm Goddess. Life came from Goddess. And I have the power to have the peace I know I'm deserving and worthy of. And it's just that. Like, I'm not going and looking up history to find more shit wrong. I'm going and looking up history to see how not to fall in the same cycle again. Because history keeps repeating itself because y'all are going to history for information to find more things to be hateful about, to create problems, to create war about. Instead of going to history to see how all of this shit failed, like it always does, and that it keeps happening and it keeps failing. Like, I mentioned on my Instagram, like I made the comparison like with Hitler, like, and the people who think of the Galactic Federation and coming and do whatever, and all, like, only a small percent of people is gonna make it alive. You know how many people is in the world? Do y'all know how many people is in the world? So only like a little 2% is gonna be alive. So all of the whole other 98% just gotta die. A whole bunch of innocent people gotta die. How does that make sense to y'all? Just like Hitler. Like y'all are another version of Hitler. It's that story being told in a different time, in a different area with different characters. Like I said, like, he believed that what he was doing was serving a greater purpose. He was beat, molested, and raped as a child, and it turned him into a monster. And he was aware that he was a monster, and in his mind, his deluded mind, he believed if he just killed everybody that he felt was a monster, that would create more monsters like him, the world would be a better place. Like, that's why he did it. Like, it didn't make anything right. It's fucked up. Like, killing a whole bunch of people is not going to fix an issue. It's going to create more problems. And it did, didn't it? Like, why do y'all think that y'all finna, like, these few people finna go off somewhere and the rest of the world is finna just die? And y'all believe this as God, who has the power to say peace and it be peace. And this is because, no offense, it's because it's God's leading people without a goddess. Y'all are focused on protecting no matter what. So the first thing you're going to think about is eliminating the issue, instead of remembering that you're God and there's a more peaceful way to do it. That's what the goddess does. Because the world exists because the God made it for goddess. So of course, like, we don't want y'all tearing our shit up like men do. Like, there's a more peaceful way to do it. Like, you just have to remember that you are God and what you say is so. That's it. What God says is so. Like, y'all creating all of these extra problems, all of these extra deaths. Again, do y'all know how many people is in the world? And you telling me 100,000 or 144,000 is all that's going to be alive out of the billions of how do y'all think this makes sense? That it's logical? How do gods who think logically think that this is logical? It's not. It don't make sense. Like, y'all have to know that there's a better way. It's just you, like, you're so caught under the spell of other people's beliefs that you're not remembering who you are. Like, y'all got y'all energy directed towards the wrong people. Y'all really do. And it's accidental. But y'all got y'all energy directed towards the wrong people. Like, y'all are letting yourselves be mistaught. You're making yourselves forget who you are by taking on these other beliefs that does not fit the definition of what God is. Like, you are God. Be your own leader. Why do y'all feel like you need anybody to teach you anything? You're God. You have the answer to everything. Why do you think something that you created outside of you can tell you how to be God better than you? Who created your, like, and again, this is what happens when gods lead without the goddess. And like I said, like, no offense to y'all, because your intentions are good. It's just you're going about it the wrong way. That's not the way to do it. A whole bunch of people, believing in a whole bunch of people dying is not, it's not the way. It's not high vibrational. And again, it's not logical. Like, y'all got to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. At least that, ask yourself, is this reality that you're believing in, all of the stuff that you believe is coming, is that beneficial to you? Because again, like y'all talking about like your warriors, or you ready to go to war, but when it's told to you that you don't have to go to war, and that it's going to be given to you, the world is going to be given to you for you to lead and rule, y'all back off from it. You scared of it. Because y'all know it ain't finna be no fucking war. You just talking shit because y'all want to be cool and fit in. Like, be your own God. Be your own God. Be powerful. Like, because believing that some alien people is coming to save you, and that they're, you know, in the clouds with camouflage UFOs watching, like, that's just like saying God is watching you suffer. So your ancestors is up in the clouds and they look camo UFO watching you suffer. When they're supposedly more powerful and knowledgeable and tap into all of their abilities. And y'all say y'all got all of these abilities. What are you scared of? How can somebody, ask yourself if this narrative truly is for you, is beneficial for you, if it fits what God means. Because it doesn't. It does not. Y'all gotta let this shit go. Because again, everything that happens outside of you is a reflection of what has already happened within. Okay? I'm gonna say it again. What's outside of you, what y'all think is going to happen outside of you, what you're going to see up in the clouds and the skies and stuff, is a reflection of what already happened within. And with that being said, remember that things manifest in an infinite amount of ways to you, for you, because you believed in it. Again, be honest with yourself about whether it's healthy mentally and physically for you to believe in things of that nature that literally serves you no justice. It does not bring you peace. It makes you paranoid. It brings you paranoia. You're sitting around anxious, worried if somebody's spying on you, listening to phone conversations and draining your energy, trying to snatch your soul. It's making you paranoid. That's not healthy. Let that shit go. If you say you're God, be God. Why would God worry about any of these things when what he thinks creates the world? So why would God think these things and create a world with these things when he can simply think something different? Y'all making this hard for no reason when it's simple. Everything is simple when you believe that it is. But if you believe that all of this stuff is necessary, that you got to struggle and suffer, go to war and lose loved ones, leave loved ones behind while you and the other little few of them run off in a spaceship with some aliens. Like, why y'all think aliens look like that? Why do y'all think aliens look the way that they do? Why would they look like that? Like, these are movie ideas, okay? These cosmos and astral realms and dimensions that y'all think are outside of you, out there, aren't. They're inside of you. Like, the idea was formed to help you understand this, which it didn't, clearly. Didn't do shit. It didn't, no. But that's what it is. Like, it's meant to help you understand you. Like, NASA has even admitted they've never even been outside of Earth's atmosphere. They don't even know where the atmosphere ends and space begins because it was an idea meant for us to help us better understand us. Like, the moon is in the sky. Just like the clouds are in the sky, it's in the sky. The moon is inside of Earth's atmosphere. It's in the sky. They've never been outside of Earth's atmosphere. Y'all don't know this because y'all don't research these things. Y'all research weird shit to manifest weird shit. Reptilians and shit. They came from the movies. Like, it came from the movies. And if you've seen it, you're hallucinating because you believe in it. You should probably go see a doctor. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Don't go see a doctor. But it's just, y'all gotta y'all gotta let this go before you end up being one of them people on the street corners talking to yourself. Well, talking to the friends around you that you believe is there, that only you see because of your belief in it. Y'all gotta let this stuff go. It's not healthy. And it's unnecessary. You're God. You are God. Like, take some time and really find out what that means. Seriously, take some time and find out what that means. Because if you're God, then there aren't spirit guides talking to you and angels, and it's a figment of your imagination. You created it. God. Like, Like I said, like, these people that taught this stuff had good intentions. Okay? Had good intentions, wanted to step up and be the leaders that we all wanted. And with that, like, they did in the best way that they knew how. And that's what they know. But it don't make it right. It don't make it right. Like, I don't approve of that message. I don't approve that movement, because it's not going to bring any peace. It's going to bring retaliation. That's what history is supposed to teach y'all. It's supposed to teach you guys that, like, these stories were meant to teach you guys that lesson. Like, love is the highest frequency. It is, and you can't say that you're on that frequency when you believe that 98% of the world has to die so you can be free. How selfish is that? It's delusional. Y'all gotta let it go. Y'all gotta let it go. You're much better than that. Y'all are much better than that. Way more powerful and intelligent for these public school ideas. Like, that's just how I see it. Like, they're childish. Like, that's not what that was meant to be taken as. It was meant for you to open your mind to see things differently. Do you think kids, like, just naturally think about, like, going to war and shit like that? Do you think that they worry about soul snatchers, energy draining, reptilians, trying to fight the galactic? No, like, kids are happy. Kids don't have the worry or the thoughts or the belief that there's a lack of anything. Kids believe that everything is possible and that everything is for them. Like, you know, like the stingy kids that don't like to share their toys. They believe that everything is there for them to be happy. That's what we're supposed to be tapping into and believing, because that's what it's here for. Like, we put these things into existence for us to make us happy. And our negative beliefs that we took from other people transformed them into monsters, into the monsters y'all think that they are. Your belief into them make them what they are. Is that the God you want to be? Sound more like the devil to me. But I'm going to let y'all believe what y'all believe, because what y'all believe don't affect my world. It don't. Like, I've always been tapped into that inner child. I've always believed in world peace. I've always believed that it was possible. And honestly, I've always believed that I was going to be a part of it. And now I'm 27, and I am. What you believe is what you receive. Choose happier, more pleasant, peaceful beliefs, and that's what you're going to receive. Y'all are too intelligent for this dumb shit. Y'all are too smart for this dumb shit. Let that shit go. Be God.